right, he is the former president of Mexico, and he's on our show? That's fantastic. You won't see him at a Trump rally chanting, "Build that wall." His new book is Let's Move On Beyond Fear and False Prophets. Vicente Fox. Oh, you got one too. Oh, that's funny. How are you?
Amigo Billy.
Okay, look at that, yeah. You're a folk hero now.
Yes, sir.
Do I call you Mr. President or El Presidente or?
Amigo. Just call me amigo.
Okay, okay. So you really have become a. Oh yes, you know them.
Hi.
They're good. They're safe.
I'm the one that let him in.
Yeah. You've really become kind of a thorn in Trump's side, but all your stuff is going viral. You're blowing up, man. What?
Well, when it comes from the heart,
Yes.
when it comes when you're offended, like we all 120 million Mexicans,
Sure.
and the ones here in this great nation, you have to stand up. You have to react. You have to do something. Although my visa is almost gone. So
Okay, so I love this tweet. Boy, this is the day for dirty tweets. You wrote, at Real Donald Trump, your mouth is the foulest shithole in the world.
did I say that?
Yes, you did. I have it right here. But, and this is kind of a trend because Trump calls Kim Jong-un fat and little man and rocket man, and Kim calls him a dotard, and that nut in the Philippines, Duterte, he called Obama son of a whore. And what's going on with world leaders? It used to be so respectful, and now it's shithole and fuck you. And,
Well, some take the initiative, we others react. And speaking about this very sad event in Florida these days, when you speak out of the White House, this aggressive, violent language, when you discriminate, when you're a racist,
right.
That's what you get. That's what you get. We need harmony, we need love, we need happy communities, and those concepts don't come out of his mouth. What comes out of his mouth is what you said.
No, it's true. The wall, you're going to pay in a lump sum, or will it be installed? No, let me...
Do I have to repeat?
No. So let me ask you about drugs. Are you holding? No. That's not the question. No. I do these things. The violence in Mexico is off the charts. 29,000, I think, was the figure I read last year. But most of those deaths are because of a drug war, which is fueled by the United States.
Yes.
We are the customers.
Yes.
And also, probably, they get the guns to do the killing in this country.
Yes, I had to come through Seattle. I was main speaker at this global conference around cannabis and drugs.
Cannabis?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, it's okay?
CC.
Well, let me tell you, in Mexico next May the 30th, we're holding a global cannabis summit because we have to change precisely that huge problem we have in Mexico. We must move ahead with legalization.
Yeah.
And fortunately, finally, Mexico took the step. Today, in all of Mexico, federal government and local governments will go by this legalization, leaving behind prohibition and getting into regulation. For medical use, first step, but we want to push forward because we need also legalize the rest, because our problem in Mexico is, and this will be a surprise to you, but the headquarters of crime and cartels are here in the United States, and they are hiring Mexican cartels to bring in the drug from the south, from Colombia, from Venezuela, and from elsewhere. And I question myself, what happens once that drug crosses the border? What is the DEA? What is the CIA? What are they doing? If it's prohibited, apply the law. But fortunately, many states today here...
As long as the profit motive is what it is when it's illegal. I mean, we've been going through this for so many decades, learning the same lesson over and over again. You will never stop drug trafficking as long as there's this much money in it. Now, in this state, we just legalized it. And
Yes,
I happen to know a grower, just by chance. No, really. And he told me the price dropped, like, overnight, from $1,600 a pound to $200.
Yes.
Round of applause from the crowd. He's like, oh.
And consumption does
So
not
there is some
increase.
good news, ladies and gentlemen, this horrible week.
Consumption does not increase. You move
No,
that
of course
massive
not.
amount of money from criminals into government
Right.
through paying taxes. And this is the difference, sitting on your side with Chapo Guzman or sitting here with farmers, businessmen that are today running that new industry. And this is the paradigm that we want to change in Mexico, moving from crime, from killings, from all these young kids dying in Mexico's streets into a new industry. And this is what will happen pretty soon in Mexico, and it's happening here, fortunately.
Okay.